Our division used to be headed up by Lieutenant General Walter. Real military man, that guy. Strict, but always fair and impartial. Never let personal feelings interfere with his work. Warrant Officer Becker was particularly loyal to him, but the Lieutenant General saved him from danger once. In light of that, probably felt like he owed the Lieutenant General a debt of gratitude he could scarcely begin to repay. Now he's looking after us in the General's place. Can only imagine how much he must be bottling up right now. Warrant Officer Becker may seem a bit harsh, but I think he's one of the most torn up over all that's happened. He's just trying to do all he can right now. Wants to do right by us, regardless of the cost to himself. As the Guardians of the Border, keeping watch on the Azure Tree is our duty. And to do that, we'll be assembling a patrol team to keep it under constant observation from within the fortress's ruins. Do we really have to go in there? Sir, Pull yourselves together, our friends died in there trying to keep our country safe. We have to make sure the mission lives on. They were brave enough to give their lives, and you're trying to tell me you're too cowardly to set foot in the fortress? Anyone who doesn't feel like they can move on from what happened, take a step forward. I'll give you all the motivation you need. Oh boy. I don't think we've got much of a choice here. Sounds like the 3rd Armored Division is making a move as well. I can't wait for our operation to begin. You set out scouts to assess the situation over in Trista. You can't take back Heimdall without going through there, so you need to stay apprised of the situation there. What is it? Our preparations to move out are almost complete. As soon as we receive the order, our blitzkrieg warfare will begin. Indeed, like look at all the tanks around, like, jeez. This is a non-edit point, because it's like, look. Thank you for your assistance in the operation to arrest Duke Alberea. We were desperate to get him back for what he did, and that wouldn't have been possible without your assistance. We all underestimated just how mobile those soldiers can be. It's not a mistake we're going to be making again. They're not going to catch us off guard like that a second time. Well, technically they caught you off guard the first time when they attacked Heimdall, but you know. Power in this country should be returned to His Majesty, not left with the Noble Alliance. You just wait, you cowardly nobles. We'll show you who am I. Even with our immense firepower, it's inevitably going to become an all-out battle between our armies. We can't allow there to be a repeat of what happened in Celtic. We'll have to dedicate ourselves fully to winning. Taking back the capital isn't going to be easy, but there's no reason to shy away from it. We'll have to keep pushing on. The operation's success will hinge on how well we, the Vanguard, perform. Can't afford to fail. Oh, hello. Do you have some business with my darling tanks? The next operation hasn't been finalized yet, but it looks as though we'll be left in charge of the Vanguard. Have to be ready to move out at a moment's notice. And when the time comes, we'll show them what we're made of. Sounds like the 3rd. Started to make a move already. We can't let them get ahead of us now, can we? When the time comes, we'll show everyone what we're really made of. She really loves her tanks, doesn't she? Wonder if there's anything going on in here now. Maybe he's happy he's got business now, maybe. I heard all about what happened to Celtic. There's that whole deal with the massive tree that sprouted over in Crossbell too. All of what few customers I get seem pretty terrified by it. Some say it's just some sort of illusion, but I don't know. It's just one thing after another these days. Part of me is wondering if it's even worth staying open for business. Is all that talk about some massive tree sprouting up in Crossbell for real? Tell me, why is this a tree of all things? More importantly, how much longer do I have to wait until the railroads will get back in business? Apparently you can see the tree pretty clearly if you head a bit farther east. Like there's no way it's for real, right? It's finally beginning to sink in that we'll be heading to Heimdall soon. Question is, just how much of a fight will the Noble Alliance put up? All signs are pointing to this being an exciting battle. Ah, damn it, those shells in Hangar 5 are off the older tanks. So much for using them. This preparation sure takes some work. I hear your performance went well. That piano does belong to this facility though, so I'm afraid we'll have to take it back. Don't worry, we'll pick it up ourselves when we have the time. Not long until we move out. We'll rescue His Highness in a flash. And the planning for Operation Heimdall seems to be progressing smoothly. Meaning it's about time I wrap things up here and start getting my tank ready for action. Our top priority at the moment is preparing for the upcoming battle. I have no doubt in my mind it'll be a brutal one. The quicker you all come to terms with that, the better. It's no surprise that people find themselves unnerved in the face of that massive tree. I was convinced my eyes were playing tricks on me at first. That's all the more reason to bring this war to an end before Crossbow can try something on us again. I'll also be joining the armored units once Operation Heimdall commences. Before that, however, I have to prepare enough easily consumable meals for our unit. Maintaining one's sustenance while on the front lines is no easy task after all. The briefing for Operation Heimdall is currently underway. It's vital that we're sufficiently prepared for when the operation begins. The briefing for Operation Heimdall is currently taking place in the command room, sir. Officer Virginia's platoon is in the middle of preparations as we speak. Other units will begin their preparations shortly too. Preparations? Please try to be discreet if you plan on going in. The RMP support allows us to resupply more easily, meaning that we can be more flexible in our strategy. We're the strongest firepower our military has to offer, and we're going to narrow down a strategy that makes the most of it. It's about time the Noble Alliance learned just how we earned our reputation. Our supply arrangements are all sorted out now. It's about time the Noble Alliance learned just how we earned our reputation of being the mightiest in the military. We're in the midst of planning our operation to take back Heimdall. We decided on the general outline now. Without clearly a fortress to protect us, we really don't have time to waste. There's no telling when Crossbow will make a move either. No matter how you go about it, the best thing for us to do is bring the war to an end as soon as possible. Major Neidhart will be taking part in this operation as well. With him at our side, our armored division will finally be able to show off what it's really made of. It's with that power that we intend to bring the war to a close. It's been 2 months since the Chancellor was assassinated. Since then, it's felt as though the odds were stacked against us, but can finally see a light at the end of the tunnel. Been blessed with this chance. We do everything we can with it. We're all feeling really motivated to draw up the perfect operation plan. We may never get a chance like this ever again. This operation simply has to be a success. Just noticing like the Erebonian logo here, it's like, obviously it's backwards there, but it's just like, it's very strangely coloured. It's like way overly saturated, it's very strange. Taking back the capital has long been our dream. We finally have the chance to do so, but we need to seize it. First the North Shore Provincial Army withdrew from the conflict, now Kreutzens has too. It's amazing how much the situation has changed in such a short period of time. Indeed. Final battle is only a matter of time, I feel. Take care out there. The Third is said to be already preparing to move out. Can't let them get a head start on us. We will reclaim Heimdall. Failure is not an option. Planning to coordinate with the 3rd Armored Division to attack the Noble Alliance forces on 2 fronts. I have no doubts we'll be in for a difficult battle, but this is one fight we can't afford to lose. It won't be long now before the area around Heimdall turns into a war zone. I want you all to keep that in mind. That would include... almost certainly. If there's anything else you need to do, my suggestion is you hurry and get it done. The area surrounding Heimdall is going to be a war zone soon enough. If there's anything else you need to do, let's just hurry and get it done. Paul's daughter seems to be in critical condition, so he's asked me to look after the fields for a while. She's a real kind, cherry girl too. Wish there was more I could do for them. I wish there was more I could do for both of them, but I suppose all I can do is try to run things here. I can pray that Louise recovers soon. I caught word at the performance you all held for the townsfolk. It seems to have done them a world of good. But this is a sign of better things to come. The performance seems to have raised the spirits of the townsfolk. We ourselves wish to see things work out for them, so hopefully this serves as a sign of good things to come. The hell? I rushed all the way back here after hearing what happened, and this is what I'm greeted with? And what's this about the market manager being killed? Can't believe those... Do we not even count as people to them? I wasn't even gone for that long either. Why did this happen? I came from Heimdall as fast as I could after hearing the news. Please tell me what they're saying about the market manager isn't true. Can't actually be gone. Market manager was always so devoted to doing everything he could for both Celtic and the Grand Market. How could someone so compassionate as him become a victim? Perm's been like this ever since the market manager died. Don't think there's anything I'd do for her either. Even York can't bring himself to make jokes anymore. What do we do now? The least I can do for now is organize all the documents the market manager left for us. It's up to me to keep my head on straight if everyone else is out of the game. I'm sorry, Otto. Times like this are when I should retain my composure. So sorry, Otto. I'm a failure of a wife. No! We've lost both the market manager and the Grand Market. Is there anything we can even do at this point? I'm at a complete loss here. I don't even know what to do anymore. No one's gonna want to buy newspapers at a time like this. I hate this. Market manager gave his life to save me. Can I possibly pay him back for that? Follow his example. Make Celtic a better place. Standing around doing nothing is no good for any of us. Least we can do is clean the mess up. Bet you everyone who would already be back to work if the market manager were here. There's nothing we could do about that, though. Nothing at all. Lemon asked me to get the store prepared for him, which I can only assume means that he's planning on getting back to work despite his injuries and the state of the Grand Market. He's as reckless as ever. So I can't just sit around when he's so intent on refusing to give up. Lemon's always been the type to pour everything he has into his business. That's as sure as the sun rising. So I'll do everything I can to support him. They destroyed all my honey. Oh, my little babies. Spent so long gathering them up from all across the country. But they didn't care. They'll pay for this. I'll make them regret this day. Just you wait, Ducaborea. I'll make you regret this day for the rest of your life. I came over to help with clearing up the debris, but for the townsfolk and the market manager's sake. Hard to believe my eyes, though. What's gonna happen to all the folks who lost their homes? Came to help, but there's only so much I can do. So start with clearing up all the rubble. Yeah, do everything you can, really. This won't do. I can't sit around crying all day. Need to clear all this mess up. Otherwise we'll never be able to make it up to the market manager. There was some music coming from the church just a little while ago. Reminded me of the days when the Grand Market was still open. I miss those days. Here's hoping it opens up again soon. Yeah, I heard it, all about it. Can't believe my ears, but it sounds like Louise really did regain consciousness. So relieved when I found out. I'm worried sick about her the whole time. Oh no, I'm so relieved. Can't even hold back the tears. I shouldn't be crying after something this miraculous happening. It's hard to express just how thankful I am to all of you. You've done so much for this town. So much from the bottom of my heart. It's only right, you've done so much for us. Both my store and my goods were all burned up. That's about the only thing I have left now. What exactly does Ados expect me to do here? It's all over for me. Absolutely nothing left now. It still hasn't sunk in that my home's been burnt to ashes. I wasn't aware at the time, but the attack was ordered by Ducaborea, wasn't it? I'm glad he was arrested. Any other outcome would have been unacceptable after the loss of the market manager. Glad that Ducaborea was arrested. Even that won't bring my home back in the end. Not exactly in the mood to have the store open right now, but my old man told me to get behind the counter anyway. He'd admit it, but he was right. Gotten a few customers in today. Most of them were looking for saws and other tools to deal with onto the rubble, though. We're up for business, at least. Can't say I'm too fond of seeing our regulars looking so depressed. I had the pleasure of hearing that concert at the church. It served as a much-needed soothing moment between all the depression. Not just mope around forever. There must be something we can do to fix all this. Oh hey, Daddy's all better again. Yeah, it's better when he's like this. It's his job to make everyone happy, after all. He has to be happy too. Now that was a solid concert. Couldn't have been a better way to cheer me up. Seems like everyone else regained consciousness thanks to it as well. As me taught, you cannot give in to depression. Right, troops. We're gonna get Celtic back to the way it was. Yes! I like his attitude. I love his attitude. We really owe you all for that concert. Everyone's cheered right up thanks to it. Just you watch, we'll have Celtic right back to how it used to be soon enough. Yes! Nobody could have expected that the concert would lead to a miracle like this. Adios is truly with us at all times. It would be negligent of me not to offer you and Rosine our deepest thanks for preparing all this in the first place. Thank you again, and please take good care of Rosine for us. Rosine told us that she plans on joining all of you. We owe her a debt of gratitude after all of the hard work she's put in over this past month and a half. Please take good care of her, won't you? I never would have expected a concert to help anyone regain consciousness. It was the very definition of a miracle, and a reminder that we can't abandon hope just yet. But to move forward, no matter what challenges we may face. I need to do some checkups on those two now they've regained consciousness. Once again, thank you for your help. It warms my heart to see people working so selflessly. Jake, you're alive. So sorry, this is all my fault. Wanna keep it down a bit? Give me a headache here. Thank you, Adios. Wow, and such. Jake, you're awake. How you feeling? You alright? I'm fine, I'm fine. Gonna bring me something to eat, though. I'm starving. Yes, meow. Meow indeed. Oh, it feels like I've been asleep for weeks. I don't think I've ever been this hungry, either. I'm gonna eat something before I collapse. You're in a bed. Hines, I got a favor to ask. What is it? Just say the word and I'll do it. Thanks. I really owe you one. Truth be told, I want to hand my store off to you for the time being. Come on now, now's not the time for that. So he cares about his store that much, huh? Good grief, you one inspiring kid, aren't you? I'm begging you, Hines, I don't want to give up on it. Maybe I can't run it myself, but someone else could. Someone else. And of all the people. The concert was something else. I feel like I'm finally ready to try to move forward now. It's no time to be letting our spirits drop. I need to restore this town to its former glory. Might not be in any condition to do that just yet, but now I'm extra inspired to get well enough to do my part. Concert gave me the will to finally start trying to move on. For anything else, I need to make sure I heal up as fast as possible. At least you got your priorities right, though. Oh, hello, everyone. It's been a while. I have to apologize for making you all worry about me. That's not something you need to apologize for. The fact that you come to is all that matters. Look like you're doing a lot better. I heard about both the market manager's passing and your actions afterwards. Thank you so much for everything. After all you've done for everyone in town, it would be rude of me not to recover as quickly as I can. I do hope you'll all keep walking this path you've chosen to believe in. I'm sure that you have what it takes to change things for the better. Trust means a lot to us. Thank you. We'll do everything in our power to ensure that it's not misplaced. I'll have to make sure to recover as quickly as I can. In the meantime, I hope you keep walking this path you've chosen to believe in. I'm sure that you have what it takes to change things for the better. Oh, Louise, you finally opened your eyes. Thank you, Adios. Thank you so much. Calm down, Dad. She's awake. She's awake. It's a miracle. Thank you, Adios. Tonight may be the first good night's sleep since Celtic was attacked. Thank you so much for that concert. It was truly a splendid performance. We all feel much better after that concert. In fact, I can't remember the last time I've been so at ease. Life hasn't exactly been kind to us of late, after all. That concert truly put my mind at ease. It's just a shame that Otto couldn't be here to hear it. Thank you again for everything you did to make that performance possible. It was lovely to see the wind orchestra perform again, and to participate myself, no less. I wish you the very best of luck in whatever you do next. Where's the piano gone? Like, we know it's not back at Twin Dragons Bridge, so... It was nice to get the opportunity to take part in such a fantastic concert with all of you. It'll be a long, winding road to heal the townsfolk's hearts, but I'd be thrilled if this served as the first step down that path. Once again, I've filled those around me with the gifts of love and courage. Now, it's particularly guaranteed that Celtic will recapture its former glory. When it does, you will find me at the Grand Market, fiddle in hand. Otto devoted his life to turning Celtic into a flourishing town. That's why I won't let it end like this. His efforts can't just go to waste like this. You protected this place and everyone in it, Otto. That's my turn to do the same. I heard about the battle over at Breahard. Though at this point, we don't even care about stuff like that. All we want is to go back to the days where we didn't have to worry about every little thing day in, day out. But being so depressed isn't even the worst part, honestly. It's the fact that there's nothing I can do for them that hurts the most. That was the first time I'd ever seen those soldiers the soldiers kept boasting about. Several of them passed us by with a small army of Jaegers in tow. After that, we heard everything. Buildings crumbling, the crackling flames. The war's gone too far. It needs to stop. My family's been in a state of terror ever since Celtic was attacked. Can you blame them? I know I never want to hear those horrifying sounds ever again. Please let this war come to an end. So it's true after all. The soldiers really did attack Celtic. I heard that Otto was killed in the attack as well. Not sure I can process all this. Yeah. It's this the little kid that worries me. It's like, he was so scared, so it's like, well, now what? It's big things that look like people passed by us. So scared. Poor kid. Market manager was easily the most reliable person in Celtic. Not just to us, he was always there to listen to everyone's problems. I believe that he's actually gone. We're all convinced that things had settled down too. Why? Why did this have to happen? It took half the town, but we finally managed to land. I've never been on a more exhausting journey in my life. Nothing in the world appeals to me more now than dragging myself into that inn over there and having a pint. Phew, we finally made it to Le Gram. Merrily sailing our way over here when all of a sudden we were surrounded in that awfully dense fog. Terrible visibility would have been bad enough, but the engine and radio started acting up too. What a nightmare. They were playing on hard, not nightmare. Seeing the liner unscathed after the fog cleared was a real relief. I think we've seen more than enough strangeness in this town for 1 year. Just hope this is the last it sees. Glad that's over. We even managed to get the liner into port. Did a great job dealing with the fog too. Thanks again, everyone. What am I doing? I'm checking all the orbit lights now that the fog's gone. I'm glad it cleared up though. It would have been awful to have it covered things for ages again. Thanks for taking care of it for us. Julian finally managed to make up with his dad. He was so happy about it too. If he wanted to make up so much, why was he so stubborn in the first place? I'm gonna help Dad with work. I'll show him the real skill of the junior Eisenritter. He's gonna be blown away by how helpful I am. Hey there. Shaped up into quite a lovely day, hasn't it? Got to do some work at the training hall. Sounds like they've got a leak on their roof. Of course, I'll bringing Julian along so he can help out too. I'm good at carpentry, just like Dad is. Now's my chance to show him. It's nice to see, it's nice to see. I can hardly remember a day when they weren't fighting, but Julian and Dad finally made up with each other. They obviously wanted to do that for a long time. So what was that all about? They're so silly. Probably the fog. But enough about them. I need to make something for Fritz to thank him for saving Dad's life. What should I make him? Make something to thank Fritz for saving Dad's life, but I don't know what that something should be. Now that all the fog trouble is over, got some real time into thinking it over though. See, that just makes me intrigued for what I missed with the rounds when it was foggy. Thank you so much for what you have done. Wish you all the very best in the days to come. I shall be praying that you will all make it through this war in good health. I knew asking all of you to help was the right choice. Here's hoping that things start returning to normal around here now. Naturally, with the guild, we'll do all we can to smooth out the process. What a beautiful sunny day this has become. It seems the spirits are finally at peace again. Was this your doing? Very impressive. I hope you and the spirits remain in good company with one another. I can't believe it. The fog just disappeared. Like it was never even here. It's really lifting my spirits to have it gone, though. So much happier. Hooray for sunlight. Hooray for sunlight. Yay for the sun! Scary fog's finally gone, yippee! I was sitting in church when I remembered the pretzels were once used as offerings here in Le Grand. I made some as quickly as I could, hoping they might somehow appease the spirits, and offered them to the monument here. And would you know it, the fog went away just like that. You don't think it could have possibly been the pretzels, do you? No. Phew, I didn't think that the fog was ever going to go away. Oh, you were the ones who took care of it. Thank you all so much. No, it's the pretzels. It was the pretzels. They do say the spirits gather at this monument, which is why I chose to make the offering in the first place. Well, this might sound a little sacrilegious, but didn't expect it to actually have any effect. Well, I found that Lena girl. Turned out she was in our shop the entire time. Escorted her back to the inn, but surprised she didn't go back on her own. Maybe the fog intimidated her? Thought she was a wretched piece of work when we first met, but I think I might have judged her too early. She made extra sure to thank me for escorting her back after all, but if she did it incredibly quietly. See, again, it's like, what happened during the fog? I'm very intrigued now. Anyway, the fog's all gone. It's back to cleaning for me. There's little bits of dust everywhere. There's only one woman who can clean them all up. Laura, me. Woof woof indeed. Oh, I quite agree. A giant fiend appeared in the castle, you say? How terrifying! That you emerge victorious regardless is a true testament to your skill in battle, however. How did you do so, for the matter? Was it a long fight? Challenging one? I want to know all of the bloody details. I suppose this isn't the time. Do come back and fill me in on the details another day if you can. I can hardly wait. I can't believe you actually managed to get rid of that fog for us. Not sure how you did it, but I'm impressed regardless. I really do owe you our gratitude. I wonder what caused it all. Legends tell us that the Graham experienced unnatural weather during the War of the Lions too. Could it be linked to the war? There are legends here in Legram that say the town was besieged by strange weather during the War of the Lions. That proved that the weird weather really is due to spirits lamenting the war? You were stumbling around outside in that fog, and you got stuck out there and couldn't find your way back. What were you thinking? You only just noticed I was gone, didn't you? Of course, now's the only time you two can agree on something. Chloe found me in the end. She even brought me back here. I know, she probably thinks I was scared of the fog or something now, doesn't she? That's embarrassing. I couldn't believe my ears when I found out where she'd been. You would think that after all these years, she would have learned to pay attention to her surroundings. She never changes. She's always had an irksome habit of vanishing without warning like this. If she doesn't shape up, she'll wind up in serious danger one day. I'm so glad they found Lena unharmed. And now that the fog's gone, I can finally get back to washing, cleaning, and airing out clothes. I've never been so excited for menial chores. You kids did a great job of sorting that fog out for us. Thank you all. It really had our visitors on edge, so it's a real relief to have it gone. Only the war could be taken off so quickly and simply. I told Theramis she should stay in here and rest, but she just had to go out and pray at the monument. There's one sister who needs to learn how to take a break once in a while. She works herself way too hard. Hell, she works me way too hard. Either way, thanks for taking care of that fog for us. Props. Props? Just glad things around here are back to business as usual. Time to forget the war and celebrate for a while. Hello everyone. Wonderful work getting rid of that fog. You made yourself a friend of everyone in town. You should be able to take care of things from here. First we'll resume patrolling the highway to keep the people safe. I'm sure you have much more important work to handle. Just can't believe my eyes. The fog just went in a snap. No fog doesn't mean no monsters, though. Can't let our guard down yet. But that's for us to worry about. You'll probably have your own work to do. Take care and come back soon. I apologize that you had to see me in a moment of weakness like that. Still, I do feel some satisfaction that I was able to keep Sven safe, even if I couldn't do it alone. First, I felt ashamed of myself, but maybe a true warrior fights best with people by his side. Next time, though, try to be strong enough to protect him on my own. Luckily for us, Fritz's injuries weren't all that bad. Surprised he managed to get away with just a few scratches, considering how many huge monsters he was up against. Sounds to me like his training is bearing fruit. No one doubts that Lord Arsaid is fighting as hard as he can, but all of you seem to be giving him some good competition too. Let me teach you a really nutritious recipe so that you can keep your energy levels up. Oh. You have my thanks. I'll be sure to try my hand at it. I couldn't believe my eyes. The fog vanished just like that. Then all of you could see in its place was a clear lake and Lohengrin Castle on top of it. Just how it's described in the old legends about the War of the Lions. You need to go and tell all the others in town about this. Thank goodness, I can actually air the bed covers. Thank you ever so much for what you did. What I've heard, you did plenty over in Breahard too. Well, aren't you guys busy bees? Exploits of the Courageous have been the talk of the town lately. Makes me really happy, to be honest. Good luck with whatever you do next.